interesting, isn't it, with Prince Harry offering that declaration of love inside the legal court, His Majesty's court, his father's court, King Charles III. But of course, everybody this week just wondered exactly where was the missing Duchess of Sussex. Normally, the sound of clicking paparazzi, the camera crews waiting, as we saw on that recent trip to New York City, would be the lure, particularly with her new hairstyle, and of course the fact that she's lost an incredible amount of weight. Good luck to Meghan. But what's interesting is she decided to stay away, speculating even more perhaps in the sort of way that they want to shape their brand new narrative, their brand new story, whichever way you think of it, with this brand new agency that Meghan signed to. She doesn't necessarily want people to think this about her and the Duke of Sussex. So as ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Neil Sean here in the very heart of London, and behind me, yes, a very traditional English London pub. Now, I don't drink, I've got to be honest with you. I don't, I like a tonic water, ice and lemon. That's about it, really. Don't know about you. I've got very simple taste. Don't leave it at just simple. Yes, I've got simple taste. A nice cold glass of milk with icing, like that, and a Coke float. Do you know what a Coke float is? Coke, of course, with ice cream chucked to the top. That's always nice on a hot summer's day, isn't it? Nothing against people who drink it, just, I've worked in bars and everything. Never found a drink that I truly, really enjoyed. Unless I'm missing something, of course, do let me know as ever in the comments below. I always find it strange when you say to people, no, I don't drink that. Oh, really? Back as ever, though, to your breaking raw story of the day. Prince Harry did return back here to the United Kingdom, and didn't he look alone? Very alone when you think about it. But of course, some people might say, like, of course, a news channel over here, that he was strident, confident, strong. To me, he looked very unsure, very wishing he had somebody on his side rather than people that he was paying. And more importantly now, bigger problems looming as he entered into the court. But of course, a lot of people were looking at the bigger picture and basically asking the simple question, well, where was his support? You see, every time Meghan steps out into the public domain, there is Harry, as we've told you before, chief trade carrier, door holder backer, always paving the way, holding the umbrella. And now some people might say he's simply being a gentleman, and that is nice. But when is it reciprocated back? She's never there on the big things that need support. The book tour, for instance, the chat shows, just even the fact that she could sit in the dressing room and be seen to be supporting him. He's openly admitted he's a man that's in therapy with a lot of mental health issues, and of course a rather, shall we say, drug-addled past. So you would have thought she would have wanted to support him. Now, according to a very good source, the reason being is that Meghan does not want to be seen as one of these wives that is literally limping along at the side of her husband. They, her team, allegedly want to portray her as a strong, strident woman, forging her own path, ruling her own waves, as it were. And so consequently, doing this sort of PM-type wife thing, standing in the background, is never going to be for the shrinking violet Meghan Markle. Now, while Prince Harry, as we told you over 2 weeks ago exclusively here on this channel, would have very much liked her to return with him to the United Kingdom just to offer to support in any level, seemingly she shut that down, as indeed did her team. They are branding their team, as it were, their people, are branding them as a new exclusive couple, very much in the 21st century world, very independent, very strident. And consequently, for Harry, that means more and more these situations he's going to have to face alone. Fascinating to think, isn't it? Because as we saw in court, his declaration was all for her. And as he returns back later in the year for more legal cases against Associated Newspapers and, of course, News UK, he certainly can expect to face those alone. Many people are suggesting, now, what would it take for Harry to receive any support back from his wife, Meghan Markle? As ever, it's a developing story. When I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.